Hello again. This is Dr. Arnie Shapiro with session 33 of my series, Breathing Easy, Brief Relaxation Techniques for Busy People. In the prior 3 sessions, I focused on gratitude as a relaxor. Relaxors are soothers, and they lead to the relaxation response, and they counter the stress. So I considered gratitude as soothing to the soul. And I pointed out many ways of using gratitude as a relaxor, including relaxor single words and relaxor sentences, which are called affirmations. So moving on, I would like to focus on another aspect of the relaxation response. And I'd like to point out that the relaxation response was made clear to the public by a book that was published in 1975 called The Relaxation Response by Herbert Benson, MD. And he elucidated the properties of the relaxation response. The relaxation response is the opposite of the stress response. If the stress response raises the heart rate and the blood pressure, the relaxation response lowers the heart rate and the blood pressure. If the stress response causes the muscles to be tenser, the relaxation response leads the muscles to be less tense. If the stress response causes the palms to sweat somewhat, the relaxation response dries the palms. And if the stress response causes the fingertips to be cooler, the relaxation response warms the fingertips. So these are very well-known physiological phenomena. And today we will focus on the fingertip temperature part of the relaxation response. So the relaxation response warms the fingers. So if you have a relaxation response going, your fingers will feel relatively warm to you. What you can do immediately is touch your fingers to your face and ask yourself, are my fingers warm or not warm? Are they cold? If they're warm, you can say you have a relaxation response going. If they're cold, you could say you have a stress response going. So that led to a field that started in the 60s, approximately when the relaxation response book was put out, called temperature biofeedback. I mean, there's many kinds of biofeedback. But I'm going to focus on temperature biofeedback today. Temperature biofeedback has a thermistor, a temperature reader, taped onto a fingertip, and with a digital readout available to the person who's working with the temperature reading. So it could be an elaborate machine showing a digital readout. It could be a machine that is simple, like an indoor-outdoor thermometer. You could buy this in the hardware store for $15. You attach one of the ends to your fingertip by tape, and then you do your relaxation techniques, and you note whether the temperature rose as a result of the techniques. Even a slight rise of the temperature indicates a relaxation response. But when you're working with this, the actual goal is to try to get your fingertip temperature to be 90 or higher. Body temperature is about 98, and temperatures of the fingers being 90 or higher indicate warmth of the hands and relaxation response. When I was doing this earlier in my career with a fancy biofeedback apparatus, I found that I would get to like 88 degrees most of the time. I did not break into the 90 degrees of my fingertips until a certain experience happened with me. The experience was during my relaxation techniques, I decided to do I spontaneously came up with a mental image in my mind of the Earth in space. We've seen photos of the Earth in space. So I put that into my mind, and I directed some feelings towards the Earth. I directed feelings of wishing the planet well and wishing all its inhabitants well. I'm including non-human inhabitants like animals and even plants. So I was wishing the life on Earth well. So I stuck with that image for a few minutes. Lo and behold, I looked at my screen and it showed 91 degrees. So this was enlightening to me. And it showed me that what I learned that day was compassion is a relaxor. Compassion leads to the relaxation response, sincere compassion. So that I'm calling the newest relaxor on our list. And I appreciate your listening to me, and I will sign off now. Namaste, and see you next time.